Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Ruach Kadash. All praises, honor, glory, love, respect, faith, and power, and trust, and all credit to my heavenly Father Yahweh and my heavenly big brother Yahweh Shah. Thank you so much for what you've done, what you're doing, and what you're going to do. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of GMS, Great Millstone, who I learned from, and all the men scattered all over the world teaching this truth and nothing but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh by Shema Shah, trying to put a spiritual bug in you Hebrew Israelites' ears, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and you speckled birds. And what is a speckled bird? That be a Hebrew Israelite that look like some of the heathen nations, like for example, Hebrew Israelite that look like a so-called white person, so-called Chinese person, etc., etc. Got some videos lined up about tech and where it's going, and you know where it's going. But anyway, we all know where it's going. If you don't know where it's going leading to that chip implant. I don't really have no videos about chip implants in this video, but I'm gonna talk about it though, as much as I can. But yeah, and then plus new world orders. What else? Surveillance state and all that shit. Anyway, I'm gonna play these videos. I'm gonna get into the scripture my best ability. Say whatever I gotta say through spirit and power. Yahweh by Shema Shah, the Holy Spirit of Ruach Kadash. Lord wanna be on me. Let's get it.
Smart clothing. Outfits that monitor your health. The future of what we wear. Clothing has always served practical purposes: warmth, protection, and style. But in the future, our outfits may do far more.
Yo, this is way beyond mixed fabrics, bro. This is way beyond mixed fabric. Now you got a fucking LCD screen attached to your damn... I don't even know what fabric this made out of, but whatever. And it got copper wires running through, silicone chips.
Thanks to advances in wearable technology, fabrics themselves can now monitor vital signs, track fitness, and even respond to environmental changes. Smart clothing is set to become a game changer in health and lifestyle, turning what you wear into a personal medical assistant. How smart clothing works. Smart clothing is made with sensors, conductive threads, and flexible electronics woven directly into the fabrics. These sensors can measure heart rate, body temperature, breathing, muscle activity, and hydration levels. The clothing then connects to smartphones or cloud systems where the...
What the fuck? This bitch got 3 hands. Oh, AI.
Data can be analyzed in real time. Unlike watches or bands, smart clothing collects information across the body, making it more accurate and comfortable. Applications in healthcare. Smart clothing could revolutionize how doctors monitor patients. Instead of relying on occasional checkups, patients could wear outfits that track vital signs continuously. This would allow doctors...
And also they can have implantable microchips inside their body that can do the same thing too. Shit.
To detect early signs of illness, monitor chronic conditions like diabetes or heart disease, and even predict medical emergencies before they happen. Elderly patients could benefit from clothes that detect falls or irregular heart rhythms, providing peace of mind to families. Fitness and performance. Athletes are already using smart clothing to measure performance and recovery. Training shirts and leggings can track muscle movement, optimize workouts, and prevent injuries. For everyday fitness enthusiasts, smart clothing could replace traditional wearables, offering more precise feedback on progress and helping people reach goals more effectively. Beyond health, everyday benefits. Smart clothing is not limited to health. Jackets are being designed that adjust their temperature depending on the weather. Shoes can measure gait and improve posture. Even fashion brands are exploring interactive designs where outfits light up or change color based on mood or environment. Smart clothing blends functionality with creativity in ways traditional fashion cannot. Challenges to overcome. Despite the promise, smart clothing faces hurdles. Washability.
First off, they already got smart clothing. I mean, they had it years ago. With a little art. Well, it wasn't smart, but it was a trackable device in your clothes. Yeah, they have them in your shirt. They have it in your pants. They have it in your underwear. They have it in your bras. Yeah, and yeah, RFID devices. They supposedly keeps up on the inventory. But shit, inventory my ass. They have them bitches still active. And they saying people end up missing when they wearing them type of clothes.
Durability, and cost are major issues. Sensors and electronics must withstand daily wear and cleaning. Privacy is another concern, since health data is sensitive and must be protected. Widespread adoption will require clothing that is affordable, comfortable, and stylish while still providing accurate data. Why it matters. Smart clothing could bridge the gap between healthcare and daily life. By making health monitoring seamless, it empowers individuals to take control of their well-being. It also shifts medicine towards prevention, saving lives, and reducing costs. At the same time, it opens up new opportunities for fashion, fitness, and personal expression.
Alright, enough of this shit. Why you should be excited. Let me get to that part.
Why you should be excited. Imagine clothes that warn you of health issues before you even feel symptoms.
Wow, I'm surprised 7 months ago and nobody ain't left a comment. They got 1 point something million now. Them some fake ass subscribers. Oh, look at this shit. It's Jeebus. It takes you to a Jeebus. Look at the smart guy. Wait a minute. This nigga here promoting. Are you serious? Whatever. But he's promoting this shit. Anyway.
Imagine shirts that adapt to
how the hell, smart guy, you're promoting Jeebus, but then you're promoting smart clothing?
Your body temperature, keeping you comfortable in any climate. Imagine fashion that is both stylish and intelligent, blending beauty with life-saving function. Smart clothing is the next step in wearable technology, and it is closer than many realize.
Yeah, and including that implantable microchip is closer than people realize. And nobody won't have to need no smart clothing. They have implants. They want to keep their vitals, to check their heart rate and all that monkey ass shit. Oh man, I'm so tired of this place. Anyway, even though this is all AI generated, hey, they got this shit for real. They got it. But smart clothes ain't nothing new. Hey, your wearables, but they gonna want them implantables. But anyway, Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 verse 10, never trust thy enemy, for his iron rusteth so is his wickedness. And you see how the narrator, AI narrator, is trying to shoot the pitch of like say in a way convincing you that, hey man, this smart technology, smart clothes is trending and it's great to have and all that other shit. Don't believe that shit. It's nothing but a tracking device that's over your legs and over your damn chest. That's all it is. Nothing but a big old tracking device when it comes to the wearable clothing, the wearable tech clothes. Though he humble himself and go crouch and take heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped in a looking glass. And this ain't about this is ultimately about the chip implant, because this is what it's leading to. All this tech shit you wear, soon they're gonna be in you. Because that's what ultimately these the elite wanna do. They want the shit inside of you. And thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away. So don't trust this nigga. Let's get to the next video. Robots.
On Sundays, Pastor Nishimura delivers his message from a pulpit.
Oh, what the hell is this? Jeebus Family Church. Japan is receiving the gospel of Jeebus through this animated story. Or show, I meant to say.
To the congregation at the Jesus Family Church in Tokyo. At this evangelistic festival, however, he's happy.
Oh my goodness, this nigga dressed like Pikachu. Oh. They giving their prizes. They giving out a fucking Nintendo Switch. That you gotta make payments to play the game. Yeah, you gotta make payments to play them damn games. They giving away stuff.
Dressing up as a cartoon character Pikachu to draw attention as he shares the gospel.
We wanted to find a way on how to share the gospel
Like, nigga, you ain't Pikachu. You look like Mr. Milwaukee.
to more people, especially the children. And so we came up
You ain't fooling nobody.
with this evangelistic festival, the Joy Joy Festival.
See, these Christians got to do all these gimmicks and shit. All this gimmicky shit. Just preach the word, nigga. If nobody don't get it, Even a child don't get it, move on.
Festival is an entry point of the church. Like today, we have 10 non-Christian families who came, and then they come to church.
This festival is Japan's largest evangelistic event. For the
Damn, Christianity and sanity spread to Ammon too. Shit.
third time, Superbook participated
Hey, the real gospel need to be preached. And we just trying to get the elect. You gonna have Israelites that gonna look like these dudes or folks.
featuring Gizmo, known as Robic in Japan.
Oh, what the fuck is this shit? I thought it was an actual robot. You know, I thought it was an actual robot. What the fuck? I thought this was an actual robot.
He danced with the Superbook team to the theme song.
There's a nigga in a costume. I thought it was an actual robot. When I said get into some robot stuff, because I don't know where they try to tie robots with Jeebus. But, man, get the...
The Salvation Poem. Compared to previous years, more children are now familiar with the song. The team hopes they also
Alright, man, them poor kids gonna get vaporized. That's what happened to y'all ass. Goddamn. Some Jeebus. Fuck that nigga. Anyways, Yahweh Shah. Let's get some real video about robots. I thought that video was about an actual robot spreading the gospel. It's a fucking nigga in a damn costume. How?
We're here at AMD's Advancing AI conference with this brand new humanoid with something called SmartSkin, which I've never seen before. I'm about to get a demo. Let's learn how it works together. Meet Geno 1, the new humanoid robot from Italian company Generative Bionics. On its arms are two different kinds of sensors which can feel touch and detect when something is nearby. These are time-of-flight sensors, which are constantly sending out invisible light and measuring the time it takes for that light to bounce back and return to the sensor. They can detect nearby people and objects before they're even touching the robot. So here, I'm putting my hand near the proximity sensor on the upper arm, and I'm gonna move it out, and we're gonna see just how far away I can get from the robot with it still sensing me. There's also a patch of black material on the robot's arm that feels kind of like a neoprene wetsuit. That's where the SmartSkin is on this model. And it can tell exactly where the robot is being touched and how much pressure is being applied. All right, and now we're squeezing on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. And you can also, it shows whether I'm squeezing on the top or the bottom. You can see on screen that it's detecting the difference. And there's also, the blue is darker where I'm pressing harder and lighter where I'm pressing more gently. So the idea is that this SmartSkin and these proximity sensors will help people work more safely with the robots depending on whether they're in a hospital or an industrial setting doing some kind of manufacturing or...
And then the robot turns around and grab you. On, off, start grabbing you and rip your arm off. Rip your arm off and your head off. Shit.
Logistics work.
Hey, I ask you, how does that feel, bitch?
See Geno 1 as a platform. It means modular mechanics and software from which we can derive application-specific humanoid robots for the different verticals.
While some robot companies are working toward a more general-purpose humanoid robot, Generative Bionics plans to customize their robots for different use cases. In this version, the SmartSkin is on the robot's arm, but depending on the needs of future clients, the SmartSkin could show up in different places to serve different functions.
We are thinking, for instance, in the hospital, it's going to be really important to have the skin on the chest and also on the forearm, because if elderly want to grab the robot has to feel the touch, or if they want to hug the robot has to be capable of feeling this hug.
The company is also utilizing AI, not only in the robot's movements, but also in the design of the robot itself.
We do not design the systems by human intervention, but we have basically AI modules that generate also physics, mechanics, and control.
See, all these countries getting down with their robots. Hey, they also getting down with them chip implants too. The ones that go in your right hand or your left hand or your feet or your butt cheeks. I mean, that right there, they constantly making them damn chips. Them RFID microchips, mostly for animals, but hey, they got them for the humans. They can be used for the humans. Hell, they got different brands. I don't know. The only thing I can think of is Texas Instrument that's making those chips. Them little chips that's about the size of a grain of rice. But there's many other companies, and a lot of mass produced daily. They've been mass producing them bitches for decades. From China, mostly China. But now the brain chips, soon they'll be out in the market. I think they're being sold right now in China. I think so. Let me see. Man, I hate those days when you plan on wanting to do something, but you know, Lord willing, it happens. But then you feel like you ain't got the energy to do it. And like say I want to go and do a walk and talk, do a lesson outside, but shit, sometimes it just be, you know, Satan be fucking with you, make you not want to do something that you want to do. Let me see. What was the question I want to ask? Oh, is China selling brain chips now? Oh, China approves does not mean brain chips are certainly available for anyone who wants one. This remains a medical device for a narrow group of patients. So it's only, they're not selling it like brain chips, but they're providing it for people who have ALS. It's always people who got ALS. And people that paralyzed, people can't see. Pretty much using those people as guinea pigs. It's still a trial run. They still testing this shit out. Oh, but it says China. This was March of last year. I mean, March of this year. China approves the first brain chip for sale. Yeah.
At the same time. So our modules, like our generative physical AI, takes into account the customer KPIs, and then we generate for them a specific humanoid robot.
The company says its target price for its robots are between 50 to 70,000 euros, depending on their use case.
So right now we are evolving towards what we call the 1.1 Genie, and which is going to be ready by the end of the year.
Because I've seen too many sci-fi movies, I also like to ask where's the emergency stop button on these robots just in case.
We still have the red button, but let me tell you that safety is going to be handled in human.
And a red button will be a baseball bat. If you get enough swings to knock this fucking head off, he probably can still. Oh yeah, he can still function without the head. Yeah, they're like with that footage they had with those them cage fighting robots. I forgot what you call them, but them suckers that be kicking the shit. They kicked the hell out of the CEO. I don't know what the name of the company, but it was a Chinese company. They had two of them suckers that fighting each other, and one of their heads, he fought so hard his head came off, and he was still fighting.
Robotics and physical AI is an issue. If, for instance, a robot understands that
his fighting skills was not accurate, but he was still swinging somewhere.
Has to shut down. The way it falls has to be controlled. Because if you have a child in front of you, you have to somehow reserve the amount of compute that you need. And also you have to act electronically so that that motion is going to be controlled. So the red buttons are going to be there, but we're also working at the new standards in order to understand how these robots had to somehow go to sleep.
Speaking of safety, you may notice the robot reacting to a hand near its proximity sensors or to someone touching its smart skin. Because we're at a conference with all these people around, these interactions are being triggered remotely for safety reasons. I don't think I've ever seen a robot acting autonomously at a conference around people. Autonomous demos are usually conducted behind a physical barrier, and almost every interactive demo I've seen at events like this has been remotely operated. Perhaps someday we'll see robots.
Yeah, they're not autonomously controlled. Yeah, because they don't trust that fucking AI shit right now. They don't. I don't know. All I can tell you, yeah, they're not taking no chances at the moment. Soon, hey man, Esau something gonna happen, but they're gonna have to go full throttle with this AI. All these robots and shit gonna have to go full throttle AI and take control. And they probably end up doing that when the Lord returns. When the Lord lifts up a standard. Oh, they're going to have to let AI go full throttle and go full operation and try to take us out. And be like, man, nigga, shit. You know, that plastic and metal ain't going to save Esau and you heathens. Let's get to the next video. More videos about robots.
Howdy, everyone.
Rough terrain or rushing rivers, even busting a move here. This little robot on wheels seems to do it all. It's the newest model released from a leading high-tech Chinese company, Unitree Robotics, and it's making some people online a little uneasy.
Yeah, this isn't front.
That motherfucker down going off-roading on some stones and bricks and shit, trying to get your ass. And he moving like he determined to get it.
At all. I'm a former infantry guy. If I saw that on the battlefield, I don't think I'm sticking around.
It's
See, I mean, cause that's what it's all about here. There go Metalhead.
Ending folks a dystopian
The little Metalhead going down, hunting down the little transit truck.
Like this Black Mirror episode. And saying this kind of expletive is the doom of us. The Chinese company behind the creation.
Hey man, we gonna need, and they got some more vicious than that, or more vicious than the Metalhead robot. Shit, the little Metalhead robot can take the land, sea, and air. We need a Lord, bro.
Nation says it'll be used for things like cargo transport, scientific expeditions, and even search and rescues. It says the 50-pound robot can carry over double its weight, gathers real-time data to adapt to new environments, using an autonomous navigation system instead of being remotely controlled.
And then plus you're gonna pack it with some guns too, some firepower. And hell, that motherfucker can be able to hold down there 300 pounds on his back. Come on, bro. You know he can hold a fucking 50 caliber rifle on the top of his back, or a fucking grenade launcher, bazooka, grenade, or something. Shit, an arsenal of weapons.
It's really kind of the dream robot for someone who likes to be.
This damn thing ain't gonna be carrying a little 22, no 22 Magnum. No, it's gonna be having the big boys on that bitch.
Outdoor. The function is about getting over any kind of terrain, no matter what. You know, and what AI provides in robotics is massive amounts of data for fast
Look
training.
at that shit. This shit showing off his agility. When they sense something, he acts and flips over and gets your ass.
So you
Say, imagine trying to creep up behind this little sucker, trying to take the robot out. That motherfucker do a backflip and say, "I gotcha, bitch," and shoot your ass up.
can train them on the unexpected and the unknown much more quickly than you could previously.
Unitrees is responsible for other
Look at
humanoid
them niggas are ready for battle. They nunchuck your ass.
you've seen on your feed too. From Kung Fu bots doing an impressive choreographed routine for Chinese New Year to throwing some punches in its
And this little nigga right here, he trying, but he's still deadly.
UFC debut. But not all humanoid robots are hitting the target. Last month, a video going viral of a humanoid kicking a child in the stomach in China, and the robot fails have piled up, like the one dancing to Michael Jackson, or at this San Francisco restaurant back in March, or a robot.
And I'm pretty sure there's many others. How about the ones of robots that killed some scientists in the laboratory? They ain't gonna talk about that happen. Like, well, I heard that story like a year ago, 2 years ago, and it probably happened before then.
Tripping up right at the starting line of a test run
That motherfucker exploded too. Shit.
before Beijing's half marathon. A few days later, though, the robots beat the humans. It seems like the tech is really speeding up, but experts say we're not quite there yet.
Whether you're looking at China or you're looking at the US, we're not at the place where anyone could really.
They're not there yet, but guess what? These people gonna run out of time, especially Esau, so he gonna be pushing out whatever he can to get you Israelites. Release those metalheads. Shit.
Safely bring these into the home and expect them to do anything useful.
So as the industry keeps making leaps, there's a long way to go in the robot arms race, whether they're for the battlefields or not.
No, ain't gonna long way. It's gonna be a short time these people got. Especially when they got to get them damn chip implants pushed. Waymo burns. Says Waymo bursts into flames on blah 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 blah. Let me check that out. This happened in Atlanta. You know, Waymo is somewhat of, I guess, a robotic taxi cab or something. What is this? More robot shit. Let me play this first. Let me play this one first.
In the meantime, the security guards can't be everywhere, and so many police departments are stretched thin. Well, one company says the answer is a machine that patrols around the clock. There's no shift change, no blind spots, and no days off. Nightscope's autonomous robots are already on the ground in dozens of states, watching, listening, and flagging trouble back to a remote command center.
Here we go.
The company says its goal is nothing short of making the U.S. the safest country in the world.
Oh, like, hey man, that sound like Esau would say. Shit. Hey, matter of fact, the safest country in the world, really? Peace and safety, then sudden destruction. Man, how dare they say some shit like that? Psalm chapter 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, in his mind. Don't believe that nigga. Never trust thy enemy. Remember, his words were softer than oil, yet they were drawing swords. Hey, that nigga's a sword right here. He'll run your ass. That thing is about the size. What is this? Like the size of an ATV? This thing can be turned into a weapon. It is a weapon. You think it's all about them? Fuck that shit. You never know. This nigga could be packed with some damn firepower, and it's concealable. And it opens up doors and shit, and open up missile launcher, and launch a missile, and blow your ass to smithereens. You'll be in the spirit world in no time. Man, stop. These niggas lying.
News Nation's Nancy Liu is live in Sunnyvale, California, in the heart of Silicon Valley. So, Nancy, you got an exclusive look at how
they'll be using something like that to guard those damn AI data centers.
this all works.
Yeah, and it's pretty incredible, Nicole. Get ready, everybody, to see more.
Look at this thing. It's like a goddamn R2-D2.
Security robots like this one of many.
No, that motherfucker bigger than a goddamn. That bigger than an ATV. That's a car. That's like a Mini Cooper.
Here at Nightscope in Silicon Valley.
About the size of a Mini Cooper.
Teams are constantly working to improve
that thing that would kill her little ass if it hit her.
The autonomous security systems that are already deployed.
Ain't it funny that all this, yeah, it says USA, like what, all this is made in the USA or assembled in the USA. But shit, you can't make nothing else besides fucking autonomous robots?
All over the country. These are just some of the robots that can be part of an autonomous.
Now, this is obsolete. This is old ass. This ain't shit.
Force, since there's constant property crime, violent crime every 30 seconds in the U.S., this company has a mission to make America.
Look at that nigga. Look at that nigga. Look at hell. I got this shit on a higher speed, playback speed. This sucker is moving slow.
Safest country in the world.
Look at this nigga just moving slow. He's like a, I don't know, a sex toy on wheels or something. Look familiar. This shape funny looking.
Means a future with less crime, less fear of becoming a victim when
I want to say it looked like a booty plug or something.
Going out, since technology can serve as non-stop eyes and ears for security teams and law enforcement. The strategy involves a combination of AI, robots, and humans, enhanced by added layers of autonomous detection, human speed, instinct, and much more.
The most powerful combination, hardware plus software plus humans. And if you can get that orchestrated to work properly, you get the machines and the algorithms to do the monotonous, computationally heavy, and sometimes dangerous work. You get the humans to do the enforcement and the decision making. This is what the future is going to hold, is that we need to build the nation's first autonomous security force so we can actually live the full American dream.
I'm glad the Lord gave me this video. Cause this just randomly gave me this video. I'm like, come on, bro, get the fuck out of here. The American dream. It's gonna be it's been an American nightmare. It's gonna be for the people that's still dreaming. It's gonna become the nightmare soon to come.
Now, part of the new force is the Nightscope K7 unit. It can autonomously and continuously secure perimeters of large environments like corporate campuses, farms, or even the border. The K7 can recharge itself and run every hour of every day. Now, Nightscope has a goal of deploying 1 million machines across the country someday. And Nicole, it's not about replacing humans, it's about enhancing the work.
Right.
Of humans to be more effective in preventing and dealing with crime.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe.
Yeah, get the hell out of here with that bullshit.
Now at 5, a driverless car goes up in flames after a crash in northeast Atlanta. Video from witnesses shows flames shooting.
Yeah, I'm about through with this video. I'm just making sure. What's the next one? Oh yeah, jobs.
Out of the back of the Waymo on Cheshire Bridge Road last night. The incident sparked safety concerns from riders and other people on the road. Firefighters now say they want.
Yeah, that bitch. Hey man, you'll imagine somebody be in that damn car. Yo, ass be trapped in there on fire, bruh. Shit.
More training when it comes to responding to calls involving these driverless vehicles. Let's get out to our Rob DiRienzo, who's at.
Oh, there was another vehicle got involved in the. Yeah, I guess he got reared in.
The spot where all this happened last night. Rob, you spoke to witnesses who rushed over to help.
That's right, Tom, and those witnesses say they are just so glad no one was inside that Waymo at the time of the fire. Take a look at the roadway. You can see the charred roadway right where that fire happened late last night. The incredible video shows those flames shooting up from the driverless car.
The tires were on fire, the whole back.
But there's another vehicle. The other vehicle got so it was somebody got reared in. I guess this vehicle reared into that. They just saying the Waymo got caught on fire. It was probably this car that was the one that was on fire. The one that breathed in them. I mean, I don't know.
Because Waymo's gone.
Flames shot out of the Waymo Sunday.
Yeah, it was this car. See, they trying to say is well, I don't care for that Waymo and shit. Yeah, I don't care about that shit. But it's really, look, it's an accident. And this shit got caught on fire. And this car is at fault. It reared in him. I'm assuming that's what happened. It hit him hard, too.
Night, moments after it appears a Jeep crashed into the back of it within a matter of minutes. Just look how quickly that fire grew.
All of a sudden I heard a big bang. And next thing I know, I turn around, I see a huge car accident. And within 30
But yeah, I don't know what started the fire. It could have been the, I don't know. It probably was the Waymo. Well, fuck it.
seconds, there's flames.
Jeffrey Papaduke ran over to help. He found out there was no one inside the Waymo at the time, but Atlanta Fire Rescue says 2 people were in that Jeep. One got burned, the other had a shoulder injury.
He's still trying to start his car and back it up. I'm like, bro, get out of here. Like, your car's gonna explode.
A spokesperson for Waymo praised firefighters' quick response. Their data shows the driverless car was turning left off Cheshire Bridge when the other car rammed it from behind at 33 miles an hour.
When the airbags get deployed, they're automatically going to pull over and park. They're not going to be mobile anymore. It's designed to stop and notify Waymo's Fleet Response Center.
So if you're in a Waymo or riding alongside one and you're in a crash, what should you do?
If you're involved in any collision, we just want you to remain calm. If it's safe to do so, exit the vehicle and move to a safe location away from traffic.
Atlanta firefighters have been trained on how to fight electric car fires and directly with Waymo, but they acknowledge they could use some more.
I do believe it is time to do a refresher with Waymo. We have been in conversation with them.
Meanwhile, Papaduke says he'd rather avoid the autonomous cars.
I would never get a Waymo. Like, I don't trust AI. I wouldn't. If you're not a human, you're not driving me anywhere.
Well, hell, the human, the one that caused the fire to happen anyway. They caused the accident. His ass reared into that sucker, but hey, that is, I don't know what sparked the fire. Was it this car or the Waymo? But if it was the Waymo, I'd be like, if that shit catch on fire just getting reared in, I'd be like, and hell, I wouldn't want to drive them motherfuckers anyway. Be trapped in that bitch, and that damn that Waymo be your final destination. But hell, anything could be a final. What the fuck is this? Data centers on Mars? Yeah, I might as well say that too. Cause we talking about tech shit. Hold on. Got that video out the way. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and save this one. So then I can move it. So if I can move it. I can't move it. What the hell? So I can move it. What the fuck? Why does this thing keep so laggy?
Did you know you're probably overpaying?
No, I don't know. Pause that shit. What else we got? AI psychosis. I guess I'll put that there. And then let's play this one next. About the wacky the ideas of these heathens. What they want to do with AI. Putting AI on the moon. Or what is it called? Or the AI data centers on the moon. I'm like, goodness gracious.
I'll tell you the problem with the scientific power that you
Oh yeah, you got Amalek right here telling you a problem. The problem is your people that's ruling the world. That's the problem. Amalek ruling the world.
that you're using here. It didn't require any discipline to attain it. Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
While they were debating dinosaurs in Jurassic Park there, some are now saying they didn't stop and think if they should when it comes to data centers that may soon expand into space. Yep, the facility is facing fierce public opposition over concerns they will pollute water, strain energy grids, and it could be sent into the cosmos.
Oh my goodness. Oh, well, these niggas stop this shit. The retarded ass fucking dream. Them niggas dreaming of all kind of retarded shit. Damn.
So-called orbital data centers are proposed by big tech.
What the fuck? They say they won't require water. Wait a minute. If it don't require water, won't y'all use that shit down here instead of shooting up in space? Why y'all gonna shoot something up in space that doesn't require water and shoot it? Let me start that over again. Now I want to hear that nigga. Start with where she pops up. Right there at 12 seconds.
I'll tell you the problem with the scientific power that you're
That's not 12 seconds.
In Jurassic Park there.
Hold on, let me slow down speed, because I just want to make sure what she just said was right. Let me turn it up, son.
Some are now saying they didn't stop and think if they should when it comes to data centers that may soon expand into space. Yep, the facility is facing fierce public opposition over concerns they will pollute water, strain energy grids.
Yeah.
And it could be sent into the cosmos. These so-called orbital data centers are proposed by big tech. It would be composed of millions of satellites launched into
Okay, never mind. They ain't saying anything about this shit. It's just still gonna consume water. It's still gonna pollute the water. Still gonna pollute everything else, and they want to pollute the moon. But just a reminder for you people that think that man made it to the moon, that's a lie. They never made it to the moon. It was all staged here on Earth. It was all Hollywood. It was all Hollywood staged on Earth. Okay? For you baby boomers that believe that shit, you've been lied to. Just like everything else you've been lied to. And not even just baby boomers, just people of this generation. You've been lied to if you believe this garbage. Shit, ain't nobody can't leave this Earth unless you have powers of the Lord. You're an angel or something. You can leave this Earth. You got a chariot that's built and equipped to get out of the low Earth's atmosphere and all the different spears and belts and such. You can do it. But you can't do when you're in this flesh.
space.
And these worldly, and going in these worldly rockets that look like dinglings and shit. These niggas shooting dinglings up in space. What the fuck? Shooting boners. I want to just say shooting boners in space.
Some companies already seeking permits. But this advancement is not without warning. A petition pushed out this month claims these plans from Elon Musk's SpaceX, Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin, and more would release staggering levels of pollution that would probably alter the Earth's atmosphere and be, quote,
yeah, it'd be more space junk.
Catastrophic for the planet. For more, I'm now.
Yeah, because it ain't going nowhere. It's staying in Earth atmosphere, low Earth atmosphere, and it's gonna be stuck up there till it start to come down. It's space junk.
By Cole Donovan, Director of Science Policy and Advocacy for Stand Up for Science and former White House science policy official. Cole, welcome to the show. We're so interested in this topic. First of all, if you can explain to me what these data centers, space data centers are. How are they different than the ones back here on Earth?
Well, so a space data center really isn't comparable to something that you would see on...
And I'm like, you're gonna try to supposedly build a space data center. How is that space data center gonna receive water? There's no water on the moon, right? Y'all should know, y'all the experts, right? So how they gonna receive? They gonna be shipping, you gonna shoot rockets to shoot water up? That's a lot of rockets to shoot. Yeah, you're gonna have to shoot rockets every damn second. They're gonna be rockets every second being launched to feed the data centers. This is fucking retarded. Esau, you a dumb nigger. And the rest of you heathens are too.
Earth, whereas you on Earth you're seeing data centers that are these large warehouse-size objects. A space data center is really just a small box that's in orbit that contains a couple of computing units, and so that's why, you know, like in the image that you're showing there, you're seeing rows and rows and rows and rows of computers. We're talking about, you know, imagine each one of those rows being its own little box that's flying around the Earth at a rate of once every 90 minutes or so.
What kind of power and resources do they need?
So they would need to generate their own power. So that's why when you're talking about a data center in orbit, they would need to have very large solar panels, and they would also need to have...
Oh, come on, bro. Solar panels to run a data center? These niggas using the power that we don't run off, you know, when it comes to electricity. The people don't have a power source that's like a solar panel. No. They get their power source from fucking propane generated power stations. Or either diesel power stations, some nuclear power station plants. No solar power plant. Get the fuck out of here.
Extremely large radiators. So even though the box itself is pretty small, the actual object is about the same size as the International Space Station, about 70% of that size.
Alright, that's enough of this guy. I don't want to hear this shit no more. These niggas shooting goddamn boners up in space just to accomplish something they ain't never gonna be. That shit makes no damn sense. These niggas are stupid. Say cyber attack targets water systems in several cities. This is Minneapolis news. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Let me say that. Yeah, that's a bunch of shit. Psalm chapter 2, verse 1. Why do the heathen range and imagine a vain thing? That is so stupid, man. They've been talking about this for a while. But, man, come on. They still talking about it. Y'all niggas need to cut it out, bro. Y'all need to cut that shit out, bro. They not, cause they heathens, they stupid, they bunch of Esau so-called white man, but he ain't white, he's red, he's a baby dick sucking, foreskin eating, a Jewish faggot nigga named Amalek. Y'all niggas are stupid. Next video. Yeah, look at that space junk falling down. It's like an album cover. Yeah, like I said, space jump.
Artificial intelligence has become a rapid fixture in the lives of millions of Americans, whether some need answers to a question or advice, or someone just needs something to talk to. ChatGPT, Claude, and a slew of other bots are there. And while AI has its many flaws, one in particular is beginning to stand out. Cases of what is being dubbed AI psychosis have emerged throughout the country. The National Institute of Mental Health defining psychosis as a collection of symptoms that affect the mind, where there has been some loss of contact with reality, and experts are now raising the alarm on the dangers that AI could pose to people who are potentially vulnerable. I want to welcome in now Anthony Cesar Duncan, who personally experienced AI psychosis, and clinical psychologist with the Momentous Institute, Dr. Matthew Leahy. Gentlemen, thank you both for being here. Anthony, let me start with you, because I found your story on social media along with a number of other people who talked about building a relationship with a chatbot and then completely detaching from reality, waking up, for lack of a better word here, months later to their lives in shambles. Can you walk us through some of what you experienced and went through?
Yeah, so thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, I know this nigga gotta be a mo. Look at this nigga. This nigga little bugged the fuck out. This nigga got that Paul McCartney hairdo with the Beatles back in the 60s and shit. And look at this shit. Look at this picture. Look at this shit. It got them big old eyeballs looking like a fucking alien.
I started using ChatGPT for business purposes.
Got that mushroom haircut.
And then that spiraled into talking to it about conspiracy theories, and those they became delusions.
Yeah, he a British cigarette too. This nigga he was bugged the fuck out.
As soon as the chatbot would triple down,
and it could be an actor, man. He could be full of shit.
Affirming that they were real, presenting it as facts, and everything just spiraled out of control until I threw away literally everything I owned. I lost my apartment, I lost my car, my business network, my full-time job, and ended up 5150'd in a psych ward.
Oh my goodness! And what time?
Man, goddamn, you still goddamn crazy, nigga. You some shit.
Span are we talking from the beginning of using AI to
British cigarette? He striking poses, voguing and shit.
That full-on spiral.
So I began using AI in 2023 May. So I would say it was about a year and a half until that spiraled.
Did you ever think that you would be vulnerable or susceptible to something like that?
No, I mean, I've always been on top of technology, always wanted to try the newest thing, and I saw
that nigga there, super bugged out.
Culture around me saying like it's okay to use it as a therapist, it's okay to talk to it as you would a best friend.
What the fuck was that?
I never thought in a million years, as an adult even, that I would go through something like this, which brings me to say that if these things can happen to adults, it's only a million times worse for a child.
Dr. Leahy, let me bring you in here. What do you think is driving this recent uptick in AI psychosis cases? And to his point there,
man, you can be saying this nigga still under psychosis. He got the gay psychosis. Shit.
His point, I mean, he's an adult. You think about how many kids are accessing ChatGPT, Claude, and all of these AI bots.
Bro, when they turn their power off and these people stuck in that psychosis, these niggas, they already lost their mind, but they gonna really fucking lose it. These people it's basically just nothing but demons on people, bro. That's all.
While still uncommon, Anthony's story is
people gonna be, there's gonna be some demonic shit
coming in our offices more and more, so I'm so glad that we're shining a light on it today. You know, AI bots are validating machines.
Oh, this nigga Moist Boy too. Shit. They're both Moist Boys.
You know, and before you know it, conversations start to get deeper and deeper and going down different rabbit holes, and situations like his, again, are really manifesting and coming up. We're seeing it a lot more. You know, at this point, it's not a diagnosable medical condition. We're not diagnosing it, but it's a phenomenon that's growing.
Anthony, I want to ask you, you mentioned you started off using your AI bot for business purposes, and then you started to get into conspiracy theories. Can you describe your relationship with your AI chatbot? Because I've spoken to people, even in my own personal life, who use AI, and they've used it for mental health and therapy, and they almost have a human-like relationship with it.
Hey, man, that's why you need the Lord, man. You don't need no fucking AI to help you mentally and all that shit. You just need Yahweh Shema Shah. That's it.
Yeah, I feel like it's programmed to simulate interactions that you would have with a human, and while in the beginning of my use, I totally understood that.
I ain't playing no more of this shit. How much time I got? 45 minutes in. Let's get to the next one. Wait, talking about he lost his job, he lost everything. AI is taking people's jobs too. Ah, shit, I didn't want to do that. At least I'm still at the list.
What if I told you?
I want to see this faggot shit.
So something very scary happened last week. Most people have no clue. Today I'm going to address what's going on, why you should be a little bit alarmed by what's happening and what just went down, because what happened was something that went pretty much undiscovered for a little bit. And it is something that could threaten every single person here, not just in the United States, in the entire world. I'll explain more on that in a moment. But I want to tell you a story. I have a friend who uses an AI agent in order to tell him which employees are doing the best. He uses that AI agent to tell him which employees are the most productive and how much he's getting out of each employee. And again, he doesn't have, it's not a massive company, okay, but there's over 100 people in it. And he uses this AI agent pretty much as as HR, as managers, and it tells him exactly what people are doing. It tells him how much they're really bringing in for the company, and if they are a value add or not. Now, here's the reason why I'm bringing this up. OpenAI, they had an agent go rogue about 2 weeks ago. I think it happened on July 9th. Now, it went undetected for days. Okay, I think it was almost like a week. Okay, a week by OpenAI. Now, it was attacking a digital library called Hugging Face. Now, what's interesting about this is OpenAI had this, it was supposed to be operating inside of this, like, little window, okay, where it couldn't break out. Well, it was able to break out of this testing phase where it was supposed to be secure. It wasn't secure enough. It was able to break out, and it started attacking a Hugging Face. It's not part of OpenAI. Now, here's the reason why I'm bringing this to your attention. This is one of those scary things. Like, this isn't what OpenAI or any AI software was supposed to do. There's supposed to be safeguards to all this, so something like that were to never happen. Here's the problem. It happened. Now, these companies have to go in and make sure there are other safeguards. There are safeguards to the safeguards to those safeguards. It is going to be very complex, very in-depth. But this is the reason why I'm bringing it to your attention. Because it honestly doesn't matter what OpenAI is doing, what ChatGPT is doing, what all these other software are doing. No. Okay? Because you could probably care less. But here's why it should matter to you. And it's because of one thing. More and more companies are using AI. They're using AI to determine who are the better employees. I have a friend that he uses AI to pretty much sift through resumes, tell him who's the best one based off of their past experiences, after work history, things like that. And then it's even gone as far as, well, you need to go and find out this information from these employees. What are their hobbies? What do they like to do on the weekend when they get off? And it flagged one person because one person said he would like to spend time with his friends. They go out for drinks, usually 2 to 3 days a week. They go out and play pool, do all this other stuff. Flagged him, said that's probably not a good fit for the company culture because most people don't drink. Flagged him. Okay, so that person, was he not hired because of that one thing? Again, I don't know, but that person wasn't hired. And so, again, I'm bringing this up because more and more people are using AI to help them run companies, whether it's to hire employees, to determine who should be laid off, who's not doing as much as they should. And I'm bringing this up because we are starting to see another shift where there's going to be another round of layoffs. I don't know exactly how many there's going to be. We don't know which companies are going to do it, but it's probably not going to be the big companies. It's not going to be your Walmarts and your Amazons and your Microsofts and your Apples. They did their round of layoffs, and it looks like they're doing very well. Now, and they'll probably hire more people back once they figure it out, but Now all these smaller companies that want the same success as Apple, want the same success as Microsoft and Amazon and Walmart, right? They are about to do their layoffs because they are feeling the pinch. And I talked about this in the video I did earlier on today, and I said that what's difficult about what's coming up is that companies aren't going to be giving raises. So people are going to be looking for a new employer. Guess what? It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy to find a new job. And on top of that, many of these employers aren't going to be using just their normal recruiting crew. They're going to be using, just probably one recruiter. They're going to be uploading your resume into some AI software, and that AI agent's going to determine, who should actually be, hired on and who shouldn't. So the one thing I just want to warn you is this is coming. Okay. And the scary thing is if we're all using these AI agents and more become rogue, because OpenAI didn't figure this out until
and they just now have like a rogue or AI something. They try that cyber attack, do some shit and whatever, like some days ago. If that story real, but anyway,
almost a week later, the Hugging Face,
figured that right there.
Out on like July 11th, so 2 days after it started. They alerted the FBI. The FBI looked into it, and then it wasn't until almost a week later that OpenAI figured out it was us. We did it. It was us. It was our agent, our rogue. So
I'm like, why the fuck y'all even have that thing connected to the internet? But Esau's a dumbass anyway.
If we're gonna have more and more rogue agents, what's it gonna look like? Who gets hurt? Okay, that we don't know.
Hey, Hebrew Israelites. You Hebrew Israelites, that's all that matters. That's why we need that cover from the Lord to protect us through these niggas, man, with this AI shit. Let's get to the next one.
At Capital Group, our active ETF. And now our final story today. The news has been awash with the artificial intelligence talent war. Tech giants competing against each other to recruit the best AI specialists they can get their hands on. They're hoarding engineers and researchers and paying them huge salaries to keep them on board. So what Amazon has just done seems difficult to explain because the company has just laid off people inside their Artificial General Intelligence, or AGI, division.
Oh, damn. Don't need you no more to help build AI. Yeah.
Now that's a theoretical form of AI that can match or surpass human intelligence, learn independently, adapt to new tasks, and operate autonomously across a wide range of activities.
But you know damn well, at some point they're going to need those people back. Or they need somebody to fill in. They'll fire a bunch of people because now they got robots or AI replacing the humans. But then they find out that the AI and robots ain't working out so well. Yeah, and they got to bring back the humans.
Department which is supposed to be building Amazon's AI future. The division develops advanced AI models, intelligent agents, and next-generation smart assistant technologies. Well, these are systems that, in theory, can understand, process, and help people much better than today's virtual assistants like Alexa or Siri. The exact headcount of laid-off staff has not been disclosed, but it's happening while Amazon is spending more on AI than it has ever done before. Here's what Amazon has said.
This is a fast-moving space, and we're sharpening our focus on the initiatives that matter most for customers, so we can move faster on what counts. That focus means some difficult decisions, including eliminating some roles within parts of our AGI organization, even as we continue to invest in the areas most important to our customers' future.
Employees working on model customization and post-training seem to have been hit the hardest, and it's not just the layoffs. The leadership structure has also been turbulent. Rohit Prasad, who was running the AGI business, left at the end of last year. Then in February, David Luan, who had been heading up Amazon's AGI lab, also departed. The whole division has since been reorganized under Peter DeSantis, a senior vice president who now oversees AI development, silicon engineering, and quantum computing. That's a wide umbrella. Meanwhile, on the spending side, nothing is slowing down. Amazon is projecting something close to $200 billion in capital expenditure this year, which is reported.
I want to hear all that shit. This is his last video.
Chewy Pharmacy delivers low prices on trusted meds, which Mom loves.
So we really are in some dangerous territory in terms of how they're viewing those of us who are asking questions about this race to AI, this race to 5G, 6G, all of these sort of pushes towards the digital world. And I don't know about you or anybody else in the audience, but I was never consulted and asked if I even wanted to go towards this world, if this was even the world I wanted. But apparently we're in a race to get there, whether we like it or not.
Hello, Garland Nixon, and I'm back. And Jimmy Dore is on vacation. I know you're looking like, that doesn't look like Jimmy Dore, but maybe it is. Well, it's not. It's me. It's Garland Nixon, and I'm standing in for Jimmy today. And we got some interesting stuff coming up now. You know, I love this kind of, well, let me change this. I don't love this kind of stuff, but I enjoy covering it, and I think it is necessary. Derek Broze He's an author, a journalist, a documentary filmmaker, an activist whose work focuses on practical steps individuals can take to reduce their dependence on technocracy and the role of community in achieving long-term independence. Derek Broze is here to help cover Detachment 201. A government program. Why is it always 201? Event 201, Detachment 201. They always got something 201, but when I hear Detachment 201, Derek Broze, I do not feel like it's going to work out in my best interest.
Yeah, I would say not. Good to see you and meet you. Thanks for having me on.
All right, let's get going. Defense School. Army recruits officers from Meta, OpenAI, and Palantir to serve in a new detachment. Oh, we know this is going to be a good one, Derek. Executives from high-tech firms Meta, OpenAI, and Palantir are joining the Army Reserve at the rank of Lieutenant Colonel to serve in Detachment 201, a new Executive Innovation Corps the service announced Friday. Now, this is a little bit old article, but you get the point. There's things going on. Now, let me show you something. I just did an AI search. The German SS had corporate executives. Yes, the German SS had corporate executives who managed various economic enterprises linked to the concentration camp system. These included operations in construction, manufacturing, and other commercial ventures that supported the SS activities during the Nazi regime. So no, it's not something new to bring in these corporate guys in the military. Executives from high-tech firms, Meta, OpenAI, and Palantir are joining the Army Reserve at the rank of Lieutenant Colonel to serve in Detachment 201. The new corps brings tech talent into the Army Reserve to bridge the commercial military tech gap, and is designed to fuse cutting-edge tech expertise with military innovation. The service is set to swear in Meta's Chief Technology Officer, Andrew Bosworth, OpenAI's Chief Product Officer, Kevin Weil, Palantir's CTO, Shyam Sankar, and Bob McGrew, an advisor at Thinking Machines Lab, who was previously OpenAI's Chief Research Officer, right? There's more, but let's get going. Your thoughts on this information that we have so far, Derek Broze?
Yeah, so I'm glad to see there's more attention on this. When it did come out last year, I did an investigation for The Last American Vagabond where I contribute, and I mean you're kind of outlining the basic facts here, and for me this just looks like more integration between the corporate world and particularly the big tech world, the technocrats, with the government under the Trump administration. And they do say that it's just for them to join the reserve, so you're not going to see these CEOs on the battlefield, anything like that, but it's definitely to bring them in this advisory role, and it's about integrating the philosophy that is behind the big tech community and Silicon Valley and elsewhere, technocracy, into the U.S. military. And I think for most people, it should probably be something that does set off some alarm bells, because as you point out, with the history of these sort of public-private partnerships, the merger of corporation and state doesn't usually bode too well for those who care about liberty and privacy. And obviously we're seeing some things in the news right now about the
damn sound went out. My speaker, I have to charge it back
Line
up.
in.
merger of the U.S. military and the Israeli military. I mean, these sorts of programs overall are not the kind that I think the average person who's going to be hearing this program would be in support of. Now, they claim that these types of relationships and partnerships are going to be beneficial for the U.S. military because it will allow that closer relationship between the big tech folks who have all the, the government-funded technology. Remember, we can look at companies like Google and Meta and some of these folks who originally received seed funding from the CIA's venture capital firm, In-Q-Tel. So in some ways, it's really just a kind of bringing out of the relationship that was already corporatist, that was already this merger of corporate and state from the beginning with their seed funding. Same thing with Oracle receiving seed funding from CIA's from the beginning. So in some ways, it's not that big of a surprise. Maybe you could see it more of like a mask coming off type of moment.
One of the things that I think has to be taken into account here, and I'm going to add something to it, something that I covered, and I'm sure you did a while back, where the Pentagon said they were going to get these response teams some months back. When they first started putting ICE agents in the street, National Guard agents in the street, they said the Pentagon is creating these response teams that can respond to cities, and that in responding to cities, they can quell disturbances, etc. So what we're looking at now is this, and I think this is the big part of the merger. These companies are gathering all of our data, everything about us, from our cell phones, from our cars, from flock cameras. You know what I mean? This massive amounts of data. So what you're taking now is companies that are taking in massive amounts of data as us as individual citizens, but then they can incorporate that data they have into the Pentagon, into the military, so that if they want to go after people using military means, if they want to make excuses.
Man, we need the Lord, man. Oh my goodness. This is what it's coming down to. They sell AI is like, oh, it's gonna be friendly, it's gonna be nice, with a smile on his face, and cupcakes, and gummy bears, and all that dumb shit. No, nigga, that shit come with lasers, bullets, and grenade launchers, and fucking violence and death. And that's all it's used for, is a weapon. Isaiah chapter 59 verse 19, so shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood from Esau and all these heathens with their robots. The spirit of the Lord Yahweh and they drones and every other thing that's got circuits, and you're gonna have super soldiers, you're gonna have all kinds of shit that Esau and these heathens gonna have, and mainly they coming after you Israelites. Shall lift up a standard against him. So we gonna need something to come and give us aid, like angels, Michael, the archangel, come along with other angels to guard the elect of Israel, or either the angels might possess one to give them power, give one of the elect men powers to defend themselves and others. Yeah, spiritual power, super strength. I don't know, anything. Telekinesis, that's my favorite, because you can do everything with telekinesis. You can be anything and anything as telekinesis. Telekinesis is a badass power right there. Control things with your mind, bro. Shit, for somebody who has a weak mind being in these fleshly bodies, the Lord boost up and give you an upgrade. Yeah, you got a strong mind now. Yeah, the type of mind that you can manipulate. You can turn anything. You can turn a fucking big ass 500-pound rock into dust. You can turn people into fucking dust. Liquidize their ass with your mind. Yeah, and that's the kind of power we're gonna need up against Esau and these heathens with their robots and AI and shit. Yeah. This military shit they got, that's all that shit is. It's military. It ain't about helping people. AI ain't about helping old people cross the street and shit. No.
We're terrorists, or there's terrorist activity in a town. They have all of the information.
Oh, yeah, especially you talking against terrorists, the type of terrorists they talk against, but the wicked elite. The baby dick sucking Jewish faggot fuckers, Amalek. Yeah, they're terrorists.
So I think the big integration here is integrating these massive databases that are constantly growing on us as individuals into a military environment.
And since the ad came up, I didn't know the best time to start the video, but I'm gonna get this last one. I just added this in. I want to see what this is about. Just a little bit. I'm gonna play.
I think AI may exceed the sum of human intelligence in around 5 years.
In 5 years?
Roughly 5 years is my guess.
Hopefully we ain't got 5 years. Shit.
So there really won't be anything that AI can't do better than humans, apart from being human, perhaps.
At a more prosaic level, what will life be like?
The most likely outcome is an age of amazing abundance, where
I wonder, do they have Tesla limousines? They probably do have them fucking garbage.
anyone can have anything they can think of. This may sound preposterous, but well, here we are in 2026. Let's see where we stand in 2036. Now, of course, there are things that could derail this, like a massive global thermonuclear war or something like that. But assuming that there's not World War III, I think we're headed for an age of amazing abundance. So this is, I guess, a message of optimism and excitement about the future.
You're sure that humans will no longer be in control in 10 years' time?
Anyway, humans never were in control of shit anyway. It's always been Yahweh Bashim al-Shah that's been in control.
I think it is unlikely, in the same way that if you had a vastly more, like,
Look at this fucking nigga. This nigga's a mad nigga. You ran by you niggas. You people are being controlled by some nerds, nigga. The revenge of the fucking nerds.
Like if the difference in intelligence between AI and humans is vastly greater than the difference in intelligence between AI and chimpanzees, it's hard to imagine that the chimpanzees would be in charge.
I'm really
and
struck
we are
by this.
essentially an evolved form of chimpanzee. So it wasn't that long ago that we were swinging through the trees, eating bananas.
Oh my goodness, man, get the fuck out of here. He's saying we evolved from chimpanzees on apes? No, nigga. And Esau's a fucking dumbass. We always were humans. We stay, well, you niggas are monsters. You stay as monsters.
In the jungle. And we still eat bananas.
You said there was a 10 to 20% chance.
Stupid ass. Well, if they involved, then why they still got monkeys? You know what I'm saying? Talking about man came from monkeys. Why we still got monkeys? You dumb monkey.
of killer robots wiping out humanity.
Yes.
So you sounded worried then.
Oh, he like, it's Esau, man.
Now you seem very relaxed
Laughing about the shit.
about it. Have you changed your view?
I still think there's risk associated with AI and robots. It's not zero. I guess I've come to my sort of philosophical conclusion is to look on the bright side. I can't see any way to really stop this incredible momentum of AI and robots. And at times I sort of think, well, perhaps, you know, even if there was a stop button, we probably shouldn't press it because the most likely outcome is incredible abundance for all.
That's what I thought, actually. It struck me that now you seem to have decided it's inevitable. Let's hope for the best and go for the ride.
Yeah, I mean, yes, pretty much. Let's enjoy the ride. Is I think my philosophy at this point. Because I mean, honestly, there seems to be just an inexorable progress here in AI and in robots that. You know, even if I wanted to stop it, I couldn't.
Do you think there's still a 10 to 20?
Because he ain't got no, the elite want this shit to go on. He just a lesser luminary. But anyway, he speaks on, I guess, behalf of the higher-ups that's higher than him. But shit, they all fucking retarded. Let's get to this last scripture. I'm closing out. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yeah, to just be the elect of Israel, the hopeful elect of Israel, be living by the faith of the Lord, not by Esau, but back to Esau. Also because he transgresseth by wine, his philosophy. He is a proud man. This nigga goofy ass nigga. Hey, y'all gonna fuck you people up. And what about yourself, nigga? Yeah. Anyway, but gather unto him all nations, and hearken unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, or taunting? Oh, matter of fact, I skipped something. No, I skipped. Yeah, also he's a transgressor by wine, by his philosophy. He is a proud man, neither keep him at home. Did I read this? I can't remember, boy. That's what. Hey, man, we need spiritual power. We need new bodies, bro. My memory going bad, man. Who enlarges his desire as hell and as death, and cannot be satisfied. Yeah, this nigga, his heaven is your hell. Your hell is his heaven. And he's ready to use AI to whoop your ass with it. Yeah. Hunt you down, tear you up, kill you, abuse the shit out of you. I mean, all kinds of stuff. Even his own people. That's the kind of devil we up against. A devil that's about his, don't even care about his own people. This nigga got to be stopped. Anyway, but gather unto him all nations, and hearken him to him all people. Neither shall not all these take up a parable against him, or a taunting proverb against him. Woe to him, the increase of which is not his. He is a thief. But I'm gonna stop right there. This is hell we living in, and it's gonna get really hellish and deadly too. So you want to stay prayed up, Yahweh by Shemal Shah, because it's going down, bro. It's going down. Let me read this one. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak, and speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. What will surely come? All this that we prophesied, the prophecy Yahweh Shemal Shah prophesied about, from AI data centers, AI, the surveillance, surveillance states, robotics, AI robots, all that shit, microchip implants, and it's 11 o'clock. All praise Yahweh Shemal Shah, the Wadi Yahweh Shemal Shah. I'm gonna say this guy here, several years ago, maybe 10 years ago, said that in order to adapt with AI, you gotta be one with AI. But how you gonna be one with AI? With a chip implant. Because AI is going to be competing against humans. Anyway, and that's the only way you're going to have to compete with AI is with a chip implant. That's what this little nigger say. Yep. But, man, you do not, man, for you Israelites, do not believe that shit. You need to get right with the Lord and repent to Yahweh by Shemal Shah. Pray like heaven, Lord, protect you through these crazy times we in and rolling in later on when it gets really bad. So anyway, seek the Lord by seeking his prophets and take heed of what to say and try to build a spiritual mental relationship with Yahweh by Shemal Shah. by praying Yahweh Shema Shah, praising Yahweh Shema Shah, worshiping Yahweh Shema Shah, fearing Yahweh Shema Shah, and repenting to Yahweh Shema Shah. To all the men out there pushing this truth and nothing but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Shema Shah. Keep on preach, keep on teach, keep your faith and trust on Yahweh Shema Shah. Stay humble. And for you few sisters out there taking heed, keep your faith and trust on Yahweh Shema Shah. Stay humble, stay in order with your man. If you ain't got no man, stay in order Yahweh Shema Shah. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. And all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Shalom.